13 signs you were raised by British parents. 1. You always serve tea to visitors. No matter who they are, they get a cup of tea. No matter how long they're there for either. Tea is absolutely mandatory. 2. Every car journey needs a supply of sweets. Any car trip over an hour is considered long. That requires stocking up on mints, gums, and so on. You probably keep a pack of mints on you at all times. 3. You feel embarrassed if you can't identify a bird. Long country walks were an essential part of your childhood. Of course, it didn't matter if it was raining. You were taught to identify birds and wildflowers. A pair of bird-watching binoculars may have also been present. 4. You know how to mind your P's and Q's. That's what Brits call manners. Say please and thank you, or you won't get what you want. Write thank you notes. Hold open doors and apologize when you bump into someone. You may be shocked to discover most of the world isn't like that. 5. You can't talk to anyone without being introduced first. How do you tell two Brits at a party? They shake hands amid the music and the dancing. That's what your parents taught you to do. You don't join a conversation until you've properly met the person. 6. The weather is a perfect conversation subject. It's not just for small talk either. When you call your family, you always discuss the weather. Most of these discussions follow one of 4 options. It's either too hot, too cold, too wet, or just right. Just right is very rare. It will be talked about with confusion and distrust. 7. Squash is a beverage, not a vegetable. Every British home with children has squash. It's got nothing to do with pumpkins. In Britain, squash is a juice concentrate. It's diluted with water and drunk. 8. Traveling is about culture. Visiting a new city. Make sure to see at least one art gallery. A historical building or 2 would be nice as well. Otherwise your whole trip was for naught. 9. You moved out when you were 18. You think people who didn't are weird. If anyone over 18 is still living at home, people will talk. It will be the first thing anyone mentions about them at uni. Some British parents even charge their child rent. This is a way to make them move out sooner. 10. There are books in your loo. Unless you've become Americanized, you don't call it a bathroom. A British toilet always has a stack of books or magazines. One of them will always be a general trivia book. 11. You still think American English is wrong. You can't bring yourself to use US spellings. You call fries chips and chips crisps, even in America. There's no such thing as an elevator in your world. 12. Compliments make you feel awkward. You were taught from an early age not to talk yourself up. Modesty is a British virtue. Even if you're the best at something, you don't say it. When other people do, it breaks an unspoken taboo. Being praised unsettles you and makes you feel uncomfortable. 13. You're conditioned to take off your coat inside. As soon as you step indoors, it comes off. When you were a kid, it worked both ways. Have you got a coat? Was a standard question. When you went out, it didn't matter if it was 30 degrees outside.